So for once I can only do one first. Now do I want to go into the jungle or the Andes? Let's start here. To Urqopacha. What is it you would like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urqopacha, we depart from the Arc of Dawn and then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way of to Urqopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to the rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. Alpaca. Why did it have to be alpacas? The beasts are sure-footed, that's for certain. May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca? Aw, they're cute. Two very different reactions. These animals can traverse Urqopacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yogg-Turala. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities, and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? You get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. See? What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We are really doing this then? So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade. As you should know, they take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urqopacha, then that's how we'll do. Ah, already there. Oh, snow.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea.
And of course we can't see the mountain. Ah, slightly.
And eternal, it arises from Urqopacha, the 100 peaks of time.
We can see it slightly, but yeah.
Which crawl and fly,
thank you, Weather.
only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Okay, made sure to still be... that it still is slightly able to see upon arrival, but yeah. It's okay.
So this is Urqopacha. I've never actually been here before.
Oh, okay.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Unlike in here, because today
Everywhere you look.
today is actually probably the hottest day of the year so far. It's okay in here, but yeah, it's pretty wild outside right now.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Urqopacha, the tallest mountain in Ihuykatumu. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Valigarmanda, probably.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Urqopacha, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bolnok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Wachumeqimeqi.
Truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
But
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
yep, that's quite good.
It's an Urqopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end.
But
Listen to me boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels.
But if you're voiced, then there is more to the story, right?
Oh, silly me.
Yeah,
I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say.
there we go.
Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, third promise.
Ah,
You have my support in your bid for the throne.
good to know.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu merchants.
I guess so, yeah.
They do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas.
They are
Effusive and engaging speakers. And many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
What do you mean? It already happened just a few moments ago.
Wachumeqimeqi's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
Ah. And here my chocobo in the new garb. That was cute. Oh, alpaca.
Deducing the Dawn Servant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all.
Here we go.
Zorolja.
He has yet to speak, really.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
And how will he go about it? Ah. That was simple.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge.
Here we go.
Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one.
And that is? What shall we do?
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
That's it? That sounds too simple.
I've not had the best experiences with alpacas. Aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Yeah, I think so too. Unless
Bring out the example!
he means a special one.
This
I like
is
the new music.
Special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, third promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Here we go.
The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks. I can't.
So bad? Okay. Oh, come on.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Oh, very smart.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but beatable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
Not really.
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Okay.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Okay. Will we be
Very well. This won't take long.
acting as her?
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
Don't make that face.
But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, They're just another animal.
Are you all right, Urqopacha? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise was
slightly.
not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
And so, let's go and get that alpaca. I can do this. I know I can. And look at that. Cheer. That was easy.
Good luck, third promise!
Thanks. I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
So will we have to fight as Urqopacha? Maybe?
So shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Urqopacha is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
And you? Ah,
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
now comes this scene.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
Of course.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shitona from Shak Tural? Why did you cross the salt?
Will we find out more?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlayan. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek.
What is it?
My younger self took those words to heart. And off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking. And I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Okay.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
Is it full moon? Or is that just coincidence? Oh, it is. 99% full moon right now.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Yep, there she is. Took her long enough.
I did it.
Oh,
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, third promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
yeah, I don't need any side. Knowing the Pelu. Urqopacha still seems a bit unsteady on her feet, hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic though? Mate tea. I run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. Thank you. As Mobile so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. Came back ahead of the others. I should hurry along with the tea, then Urqopacha can't be that far behind. Yeah, I'm sorry. I teleported. Ah, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've come more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, third promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it. Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Soralja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Magical? Only a single person is known to have caught one before, that being Urqopacha himself. Oh. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's story says. It was before the founding of Tuliolal, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yokyu, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Urqopacha, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure equal to the Yokyo in stature and puzzled by its entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believed a new conqueror had come. Yet Gulul-Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when we learned of our plight. Well, almost the same. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Gulul-Jaja assembled the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu from the Yokyo's subjugation. Then he turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the roads to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intended to fostering amity between the clans. Amity between the clans, that's the word. So it was that a few words from Gulul-Jaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I've never heard of the Bond Papa Forge with the Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. And you may not know that Gulul-Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up in the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures. Well, an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feed required no more than that, the promise. And you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You are a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in the true Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. Candy. I wonder how it... No, not gonna say it. So this is what they look like. Go on, send it in a tablet. Ah. A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. You're well on your way, third promise. Would have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Vuklamat. You have given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Totally, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you've found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tabli. What did I tell you, my blue? There is one last thing I can help you with, third promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Yokyu. Yokhui. That's the... not you, Hui. They once ruled over far more than just Urqopacha and the Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yogg-Tural and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokhui have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there is value delving into how the legend originated. Maybe, yeah. We lose nothing from asking the questions. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. True. Close to the mountain. Oh, Kral, I have a question. I'd been meaning to ask, and since you finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? Oh. My earring, you did recognize it. Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Yogg-Tural about around 20 years ago. Since then it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler's business. Hey, Mablu. Right then, let's head back to Tuliolal and get ready to search for the next Elector. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. Goodbye. For now. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But we've heard Urqopacha's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating. Terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Uklamat, everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she will win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. Bam ba 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 da ba. And just like that, we found an Elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right, trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march towards to Kozama'uka. Chances are good we find an Elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your patient Hanu friend has to say. To Kozama'uka, the helpful Hanu is waiting to answer your questions. I've been quite content waiting here, dining on the third promise's coin, but it seems you're ready to ask your questions now. What is it you would like to know? Through to Ok Hanu. We go south through the Arch of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside the Kozama'uka River, is that right? It is. You aren't, however. My brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart and several people injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing. Thank you. That was all. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozama'uka, we should head over to the Arch. Yep, we're ready. Then onward. Open the way. And we go. Kozama'uka 4. That's a lot. A lot of instances.
Kozama'uka, the land of rainbow terraces.
Rainbow? It's raining.
It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Urqopacha, we proceeded along the marshy trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Kozama'uka. Yoktura.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
Look at those falls. I see nothing except rain and clouds. Well, there is something in there, but yeah. Thank you, weather.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before.
So she will.
Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
Festive people, Urqopacha wishes to seek out Dawn Servant's Elector. It's like our friend said, people are in no mood for festivities, yeah. I can only assume they are still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed, well, let's do what we came to do and find this Elector. Or did he find us? Oh, Kali. Oh, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it in the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to Okhanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of Elector during the rite of succession. I'm ready, give me the feat and test my worthy. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to tell you now that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. And just like that, he leaves again. Right then, it helped to do some investigating at Wachumeqimeqi, so let's take a look around here as well. Might suggest a division of forces, for instance Erenville, Alize and Krell, could concentrate, why is this word, that word isn't hard, could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement, meanwhile Urqopacha and I, myself, will handle this northern half. Let's do this, although I would like to be in Erenville's party for once. Alfie? This bow must be woven from the same reeds I've gathered into bundles here and there. Ah, you did, okay. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu then. Hello, can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over too. No. Right into a cutscene. Preferably a voice one. Ah, Conan.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Yeah.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
Ah, here we go.
You made it after all.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed.
Go on.
It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
She will tell you, be quiet now.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament.
Oh, that grin.
Surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
And how?
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
But how? Reeds don't grow.
Mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force.
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
So she isn't afraid of him, that's good. Good to know.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
I'm ready for a fight whenever you are.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Indeed. Ba-ba-ba-bum. The feat of reeds. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Aaron will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. Oh, hi there.
What do you want with me?
Oh, moist.
Right. The greeting. Oh, Kali!
Seems was right. Well, that's good. Good start.
You brought your manners with you.
When in Ukanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before.
Most probably.
You're Urqopacha.
Yep, she is.
Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wokevu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
What do you mean?
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
I will not. Keep your head. I hate
Music fits.
formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
That was quick.
How prompt.
Indeed.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials. My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
That's a lot.
Can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
That's always a quick switch.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
It wasn't really her that said that, but...
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
Well, if you tell me where it is, but... it'll probably show up on my map.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
That should save us some time.
All right then, let's get moving.
And who's that fellow? Doesn't look familiar yet. Is it from Bagul Jaja? Yeah.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihihana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
The lifting wings. We should get some rest. Why rest? Oh, let's continue. Over there by the flow, isn't that the third promise? And the rumors are true, she's trying to complete a feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Okana altogether. Maybe we ask too much of our young claimants. I wouldn't be so quick to count Kona out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds, something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. Hey, that sounds like Kona. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be it as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. Took some doing, but we managed to get the competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for Moms. We had a turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Erinvil's twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I'm a cleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we've brought the wood and gemstone replacements crafted by Urqopacha. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised he could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. Oh, they could even. Red must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the dawn servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. And who is it? Well, you probably. Our beloved Ihiana. The lifting of winds is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Vuklamat, as our guest of honor. Me? By the way, don't vomit all over the ship. This boat won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. No, we will see. I hope not. Then we anchor. I can hardly freeze the request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I will be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Vuklamat. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kozama'uka, very sacred, where the sacred likeness of Hikshiai is ensconced. Is it raining again? It's suddenly become very sharp, the image. Yeah, raining again. What I would like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Vukevu has finished with the float? Let me come along and help you with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Vukevu with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, Puffa Spoke begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the Stride of the Sun. Then we shall see to clearing it to the end. End to end. Okay. There are still some of these lines in the ground. They are slightly weird. As Linuhanu said, Kozama'uka should be down this way, and off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges and the stride of the sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've colored all the threads, you can find... we'll meet up in front of... here, yeah. Those names are just... crazy. First one down. If only the weather would be better, but oh well. Can't help it. Ah, you were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kixiahi, the Hanu deity of the harvest. The first one is actually, I think, the best option, to be honest. Makes you appreciate how much their culture evolves around the reed's harvest, doesn't it? It's said that Kixiahi was worshipped on another continent. Its ancient faith was then brought to Ural by the first Hanuhanu. The Hanumek raided here from another continent. Perhaps the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, and shouldn't we be getting back to Linuhanu? We want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. I wonder why we don't teleport. Meanwhile in Okhanu. We are getting a meanwhile, the first one.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
Ah, okay. He didn't greet properly.
To handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
Ah.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Yep.
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
As long as you can
never have repaired the float alone.
Have some...
Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again. This is a priceless treasure. And as festival leader, I would die to protect it.
You're quick to give your life.
Well, if that's what you want.
Ah, and there she is. Finally, some more battle music.
Into that blow.
Well, he is strong, so...
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
You bought us some time, so here we go.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
I mean, a small fight wouldn't hurt right now.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts.
Lucky for you. Eh? Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
I don't know.
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes!
Oh, that smile.
Yes, we are!
Isn't it a beak? How can a beak smile? Or change shape for that matter? Huh. Well then, let's see. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the flow against that two-head. I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense, you stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. What I said. And more Night World silver pieces. There we go. Great Nebula. Knowing the Hanu. Vuk wishes to spread word that the festival will soon be held. No, I did not speak with you. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Oh, Kali. See, I remember. The Hanu were pleased to hear the festival is going ahead, I imagine. Yep. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last. And will the weather suddenly change and be brightful? Yes. Thought so. Finally we can see the waterfalls.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest, but this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Urqopacha, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her!
Oh, that sounds harsh.
Ready and...
Okay,
I could get used to this.
they're even dancing. And yep, they're all watching.
Empty belly stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promised would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Ah, that dance
Right.
looks familiar.
Enough bearers now! Onwards to Kozama'uka!
And we're there. Something the matter?
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
Ah, okay.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
There we go. And with that, the crops should revitalize. I wonder, will we see a change in the land already? Yep, we do. Would you look at that?
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
There's still a field or two back there that could be revitalized, but yeah. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over, my brethren have been swept up by festival fever. Last I saw, they were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished. And those are for Kona, I think.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognize the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater.
Kona!
And you?
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Indeed. And what will you do? Also impressive.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies?
Ah, finally.
You see, Lamachi,
First main mention.
This is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Urqopacha. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
It is a good question. What's better, tradition Or New Science Way. Oh, another candy.
Five more to go.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
The third promise? You must join us for Ikikana next season. As Dawn Servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Torihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
Oh, meanwhile, more or less.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
Look at us, the contest has barely begun and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. They probably are though. And the first level 91 quest. Muklamat is eager to attempt the next feat. I've now won keystones from both the Feat of Reeds and the Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one? It should. So it would seem, by continuing to retrace Gulo Jaja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. And let's visit the Giants next. Like Krell said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Yokhui is in the upper reaches of Urqopacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around through Kozama'uka. This road will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. We call on the Moblins first, then let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. That doesn't look good. The flight of We Wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What are we to do then? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest at the cabins or see more of the city, whatever you prefer. Just to be sure, you accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination? Of course. Who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty bad when I took a swing at Bakul Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Ropley, did I? He's the man in charge of Wachumeqimeqi, and a good person to know. Want to come along? Yeah, why not? Let's go then. I won't be crafting much until I'm done with the story, but still, let's go. Would you look at that? My, the third promise. How might I assist you this fine day? Well, my elder Polly, I need to buff a nasty neck out of my axe blade. Yeah, it's been chipped quite terribly, trying to cleave rocks again. Were we? Something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand among Tural's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask this question. This child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear, I leave it in your capable hands. With your companion, if I may ask? This is Mingno, a great adventurer. A recruit from across the sea. Salt, actually. I brought him here to meet you, actually. Though he might have reason to visit Wachumeqimeqi sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ropley. Humble representative of this Grand Center of Trade. A pleasure to meet you, Mingno. Laliho. You there, stop dithering the shadows and announce your business already. Ah, you meet again. I've seen that man somewhere before. Yeah, he was on the boat. The one who was in Ulda and didn't succeed, basically. A jewelry marker you met on the voyage over? Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Fontaine? Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? That is to say... And he's gone. We're not closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know about Link Pearl if you find him first. Ah, you were conversing with Master Ropley. But wait, we've met before, haven't we? On the ship? Yep, we did. You found him? Good. I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. What are you doing on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You are too kind. So be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliolal, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Ulda. Estems Aesthetics. It's a weird name for me to say. It started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking, mediocre. I lost all confidence. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon crackled beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores. Yet as you witnessed, I lacked the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright then, you offered a morsel, then served us the full course. That's a way to say it. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. Like, if you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then, you have experience with my predicament, of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers. Well, when you put it that way, yeah. That's a bit harsh, but I mean, Nameam Vuklamat, third promise of Tuliolal, daughter of the Dawn servant. Oh, of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please, forgive my presumptuousness. A lot of you, have you ever measured to work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? Yeah, all the time. On occasion, yes. If even an ally handpicked by the third promise can feel such doubt, then what hope is there for me? I must question why I bothered to become a goldsmith in the first place. Looking back, it was my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought a radiant smile to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivations. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. Don't fret. And I will see you in the goldsmithing quest line of Wachumeqimeqi. What is truly important? Lost for words? Oh, sorry Mingna, didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fontaine is giving himself another chance. Vuklamat ponders how Fontaine is getting on. For all to rally. I can't help but wonder if Fontaine will follow through. Let's see if he's actually come to talk with Robley. Oh, he is. You can do this. Our lurker seems a changed man. I'm not sure if it even is the same man. It was kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I found my courage. That's good to know. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fontaine. I think that's how you say it. I am a goldsmith from Ulda in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in Wachumeqimeqi, if you will have me. I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. I mean, prove yourself. So that's what it was about. You are looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Wachumeqimeqi is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had that moment of much needed self-reflection. No? And the link portal's ringing. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbor. Harbor, so another boat ride? Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of a Wachumeqimeqi artisan. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Well, good luck to you, Fontaine. Let me know if that doubt creeps back up, or back in. I'll be happy to talk you out of it. And with, no. As for you, or as for us, we should head for the harbor. Wouldn't want to keep Ernville waiting. But yeah, harbor means another boat ride. And what do you have for us? Enough with the secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Look there. That is my big plan. Ah, okay. What is that? It's a Hunuti. She'll be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They are gentle and timid creatures, for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her reason to. Scared? First alpacas, now Hunutis. Have to learn this name. We are relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as our guide then. Very true. But did it have to be my old nemesis? Another boat? Well, I took you for someone who was up for the challenge. Or up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Ugh. You said yourself everything is okay, Urqopacha. Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozama'uka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use with Turalna apiece. I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. The balloons, I guess. You said you borrowed one, yet there appears to be several on the water. Kona. Lamati, traveling up the river, I presume? Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friends, it's been, well, not that long. Thancred, Urianger, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I'd heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought, who better to recruit to my cause? I contacted the Skolak, who arranged an introduction to these two gentlemen. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred and I receive the summons. My own studies concentrated on technology which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magitech or clever engineering. Clever. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job? A few. The nation of Tulliola spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Never have we striven to perceive peace. Where is our place if not here and now? We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. He's even more opaque than Urianger at times, but is surprisingly... You are very mean, Thancred. That's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. Wait, I have one question before you leave. Kona and Wuklamat are vying for the throne. As Kona's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all his opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Kona, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. A friendly rivalry, hopefully until the end. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barrage with no possibility of retreat. Looking another step ahead. It's true that I can't stand boats, but I trust the route Erenville has chosen for us. So shifting him the blame if something goes wrong. Leave the handling of the punity to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far from the front of the boat as possible. Of course, leave it to me. And we shall remain on deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Erenville, just in case. I would like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my Pictomancy to the proof. And I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Then Crow will stand on guard with me now. Not? No, not? There's a knot. We didn't have a lot of knots so far. I'll keep Erenville company then. With my blade I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphino. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. And I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you are ready. Now we are all nodding. And Bakul Jaja. Let the hunt begin. Ah, that's the dungeon. Okay. Didn't think that would be the dungeon. Hard to open the blinds. It's gotten a bit dark outside. There's a thunderstorm approaching here. Maybe. Are they in queue? No. Let's see. This should be a good opportunity for you to see how far my training has progressed. As Kona said, once we're on the boat, there'll be little room to fight and nowhere to run. We must be prepared for all manners of threats. We can't stand here all day debating the dangers ahead. We have a contest to win. Kona decided the river road was too risky, but I wonder how the other claimants are planning to travel. We'll take this smaller boat to board the big vessel with the Punuti. With that one. I wonder, should I go with trust? Yeah, let's do some trust because I want to see how it goes. Ba ba ba. Ah, I have to close the window. True. So then, first dungeon. Here we go. And portrait back to default, even though I didn't change it. Okay. Now I've seen most of this from the media tour coverage, so there isn't really a big surprise in there. For me at least. But let's see how it actually will go during actually being here. Fight. Yeah, it's broken. Even though I didn't change my appearance or my gear. We have company. Okay, that was bad of me, but I was in thoughts. I wanted to do something and completely forgot. It's okay. I'll have to do it once we're at the end. Also, I want to see how Great Nebula now looks. Nice. Okay, they're done with the... Oh? Well, we're in for some rain, it seems. That is Bakulchaja ahead of us. Be ready for anything. I knew it. Yes, come closer. We have something for you. A gift courtesy of the blessed siblings. Enjoy your presents. Your present. Not presents, present. No, don't worry. What's wrong with that? Too easy. God, this is not going to plan. We'll just have to improvise. The harness. See you upriver if you make it that far. Crippling a boat was a cowardly move. Aaron will losing speed. Can't command impunity like this. The harness is broken, I'm sorry, but we have to pull over this way. I mean, there's no other way. We'll catch up to you later, okay. Oh, first boss. No, guys in LVL are. Oh, and the weather cleared out. Nice. And before? There we go. Actually, I should probably go over there, I think. Ow. Oh yeah, don't have to do this one anymore. Force of habit. Now the big suck. Big swallow, sorry. Okay. Sorry. But actually, yeah. That's the AoE. Much better this way. Okay. Some manner of mineshaft. There it is, the path leads onward. It is a problem if I'm not doing damage, then they won't attack me. That is a bit of an issue. Just have to get used to how these attacks look, that's why I'm have them active right now. No, it's too much. Gonna turn it off. There we go. What? That killed Urqopacha? How? How did she... That was weird. I'll have to watch that again. Well, killed is a hard word, but it defeated her. More pressure. Up we go. No need to be on top of me, Urqopacha. Oh well. Oh, look at that. What strange happenstance hath some misfortune befallen thy vessel? Apologies, friends, it seems you'll be taking the long way around. There they go. Such cheek, we have to find another route. I will slip through. Oh well. Now some special slimes. There we go. Yeah, they will look like us. Big one is me. Actually, the colors are wrong, but that's okay. Mimic clots. Okay.
We mustn't hold back.
must say I like this dungeon a lot more than the first dungeon of Endwalker, because it's much brighter in color. First dungeon of Endwalker was just dark. Oh, now that boss, that arena, which looks we can't simply sneak by, can we? Not likely. Oh, looks cute. Rosy growth of obviously. Go on, Moklamat. Nice. Ah, here we go. That wasn't too bad. Here should be safe, I think. Yep. Now the new one. Right, here is safe, but... oh, not really much, but... well, it was for me. They had a different idea. They took so long to manifest that I just... yeah. Next time, gotta go quick with it. Yeah, let's go. I don't care if my rotation is crap right now. Okay, that one again. Should be safe here, right? Yeah. That place here looks very safe to me. Yep. Well, we did it. Regardless. Another victory for us. Out of the tons we go. Oh. There is our vessel. Let's press on. that's why. The water curls, or the pumas in that case, dead on the ground. These creatures were killed, yeah. Some territorial dispute. Oh, another one. Another biggie. Oh, that's the boss. Which is not just flying off. God, well, what was that thing? Some species of Valken? Come on, Alfie. You can do it. Yeah, actually, Urqopacha used our limit break earlier. Actually, what kind of items did I get? Nothing too special yet. Here we go. The first boss. Apex Predator, Apollyon. Ew. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at that rainbow, which is slightly off, to be honest. Doesn't make sense to see a rainbow looking at the sun. I wonder what that's about. My axe for a giant boot. I went, probably AoE damage, yeah. It's eating them, yeah. And gaining. Being a beta strengthens Apollyon's wing beats. Oops. That was wrong. The wrong button. Wanted to press that one. Thank you for the healing. Now worms. Again, high wind. I wonder where it ends. Only hurts a little bit. That's okay. Tank privilege, I know. Same pattern again, I think. To be full. Yeah, you can LB if you want, but... There we go. Easy I say, but I got hit quite a lot, to be honest. First one done.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Hey! Everyone all right?
Yeah, more or less. A few wound stacks, but that's... okay. Sorry, I had to see if it's already raining, but not yet. Thunderstorm is on its way. I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traversed were dug by the Yokhui in their search for gold, remnants of the excavations. Well, I appreciate your lesson, oh wise guide. Are we landing this boat anytime soon? Our journey river is almost over. For proof of that, you need to only look ahead. Our river journey, not our journey river. River journey. Ah. falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost something up close. Yes, amazing. Now, please let me off. I know I'm slow with reading, but still, sometimes those dialogues are too quick. I think. No more boats. I'm sure we will have a lot more boats still in this expansion. Are you... Oh, you're not alright. I should be surprised if she was. Even without the nausea, we're all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who've ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you strength for a short walk? Look for a short walk, Vuklamat. We can rest along the way too. Damn it all. A promise is meant to lead from the front, not meow and moan like a sick kitten. There's nothing you can do about seasickness. Vuklamat. Ignore me, it's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on, I'll follow. Very well, but if I might say one thing. Just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You needn't bear this burden alone, so please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. But Kryl, leaning on others is a skill all leaders require. Yep. You as well, Mingna. I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. And more nodding. Aaron will too? No. Alright, I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting, that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I would like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up to the others. This place is called Many Fires for the constant stream of peddlers and travelers who make camp here after climbing the stairs. Now that I've decided to share, I feel so nervous. The side of the region is so different from where the Hanu live. Striking colors of the vegetation alone. There seems a cozy spot for Vuklamat to let her guard down. I know I can't be easy for her. It can't be easy for her. No, not you, map. And obviously, you're getting fog. We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Then let's settle in. We'll need a cook fire and there's meal preparation to be done. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
That's actually a good question.
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Urqopacha, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Lul Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar.
Indeed.
Even though Papa already had a true-born son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue. I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding, but the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did, there's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything.
It doesn't seem the other know more,
I've lived
to be honest.
a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education, or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why do you want the throne? That should be her answer, to be honest.
Then, why do you want the throne?
Why? Because my father built a nation where everyone can live in peace, and I want to keep it that way.
That's it. There you have it. Why you need strength?
I think I see what you're saying.
Or not, you
My
can...
reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers.
Indeed.
It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
There you go.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali.
That's a good start.
It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find the City of Gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Wuklamart. But you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
And you, Ernville, just standing there? Smiling. Meanwhile, in the second Promises camp,
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
they are very close. Okay.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Uklamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye, but we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Okay.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Bardessian. And then, there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If he's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urqopacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better. And I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start.
Yeah, Conan and...
I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach.
Why do you have to say it like that, Thancred? Yeah, Conan and Wulhamad have basically the same goal, just through different means. That's quite nice, to be honest.
But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawn Servant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Meanwhile, in the first promise. With the first promise. Okay, they're already here at the Moblin village.
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient sun? The only child ever sired by a two-head.
I mean, he also knows the lands we don't.
Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention. When I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history. If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it.
No.
Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
That's a really nice.
In battle,
weird fellow.
Bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
He is a weird fellow. Zarilja. Earlier with Bakuljaja. So we get to see everyone. What is he up to?
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all.
I wonder if the house cat is dead yet.
Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have two more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliyollal after you take the throne?
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that? We care only about the contest and proving our superiority. That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our kin to live in the city. Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. But do it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
Probably not.
Expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind.
My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings! Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Don't leave me behind! I'm begging you!
Being able to say those things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest and I can take a full breath at least. At last. I don't want to encounter myself like that again. I want to be better, will be better, for myself and for my people. Oh, that's a nice amount of experience points. Bam, 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 bam. Oh. Ah. The dungeon with trust. Okay.